Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Kaiju Commentary. Today we're watching 1992's Godzilla vs. Mothra. This one is the introduction to kind of Mothra's evil twin, Mothra. Now, this one we're going to do a little bit different. When you see this Toho logo appear on the screen, that'll be your cue to start listening to us. So we're going to kick things off in 3, 2, 1. Hello! And welcome to another edition of the Kaiju Commentary. Today we are watching Godzilla vs. Mothra, aka Godzilla and Mothra, Battle for Earth. The whole Earth.
The whole thing.
The entire goddamn thing. Because it's like all or nothing, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I were gonna battle on Earth, I'd want stakes to be as high as possible.
But here's the thing, do you really want the whole Earth? Because let's be real, like, not all of it's,
I think we could be a little picky.
Yeah, I mean, we can, like listen, you know, you can keep, honestly, certain parts. I'm really cool just, you know, not having all of it.
I would like to see a kaiju movie where they settle their differences through diplomacy.
That would be interesting. We could. Here we have some Caucasians, as opposed to just the regular Asians that we normally get in this movie. You like that? That was good, right?
Yeah, we got some Caucasians, you know, instead of Asians.
I want that alarm clock.
What, we have a giant glowing Godzilla outside your house?
No, I mean
too.
the meteor crashing.
Oh, you want to be woken up every day by a giant
Yes.
space rock crashing to the Earth?
It kind of looked like a sponge, so maybe it's like a nice cushiony like wake up.
Or excuse me, the Battle for Earth.
How dare you mess it up?
There's like 3 versions of like this title. Kind of funny. We're looking at like pictures of like typhoons and like hurricanes, and I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
when art imitates life. By the way, we're recording this in 2017, folks. So figure that out. little wacky year for weather.
Very much so.
Come on, guys. There's no such thing as climate change. No such thing.
But there are giant monsters.
Yes, that's correct.
This will be the first time we see Mothra in the Heisei era. It's
Oh my God, what's that?
Oh.
Of course, Mothra is
So
going to
round.
be. I know, right? Of course, Mothra is going to be joined by her like twin or evil twin in this film. Here's what I never understood. Okay, you see the egg. How does Mothra lay the egg? Because
Listen,
the egg is like
It's magic, okay?
mass wise is like bigger than Mothra's body when she's a butterfly. So I'm just like, how does the egg itself grow?
It's magic.
It could.
Does it maybe start off small and it grows inside?
I'm not gonna rule anything out when it comes to Mothra. You know?
I know, right?
Wild card. Indiana Jones.
It's so funny, Toho films, like, sometimes they'll be influenced by other kinds of movies, and like I said with some of the other movies, Godzilla movies we watch, they'll, like, use those as, like, a theme for the Godzilla movie. So it's a Godzilla movie, but it'll be like, okay, it's more, you know, it's more like this, or it's more like that, and it was only that easy.
He's got a sweet mullet going on too.
I know, right?
I was distracted by the mullet, to be honest.
That is a damn good looking mullet. Like, I've seen.
He had to have triggered some sort of trap. Like, come on.
But it's a polite, delayed trap, apparently.
I've never understood how like traps work in these movies, these ancient temples. Like, what is the mechanism that makes it like work? Like,
Seriously, if he just went right away, he would have been fine.
also kind of begs the question: if it was as easy as just reaching into a hole to get something, like, why has no one discovered this already?
Well, he had to move that other thing.
Oh, well, there you go.
Remember? Yeah.
I guess
Jeez.
he
Yeah.
triggered the cave-in
Yeah.
trap.
Yep.
That somehow,
Ah,
gosh, that mullet. So intense.
he like Nick Nolte'd, you know, that moment. He was like, ah.
Oh, and he stepped up.
There we go.
Wait,
But see, how does it work? What is making that? I want to know. Like,
just gravity.
at the level of ingenuity, like I got like phones that don't even last like 2 years, and this is a temple built by a primitive civilization. I think like
Well, they had aliens to assist them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yes.
How else would we have the pyramids? Come on,
Right.
We've all seen Stargate.
I mean, if they don't exist, then how'd they build everything?
Well, yeah. Oh no.
It's rough.
That's awkward. Does he
That's-
still have the idol?
This is like
See, this is why you always raid tombs in pairs.
Yeah.
Right?
Just trying to Nathan Drake that.
Hey, even Nathan had help most of the time.
Well, yeah, because he's smart. It's like, this
And
isn't
then
a
watch
movie,
you just
damn it.
crush
This is
you.
a video game. We need help.
Crush the precious idol. Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh.
And this is just Indiana Jones.
Yep.
This is one of those Godzilla movies where it seems like a lot of people are kind of divided 50-50. Like, some people really like it, some people really don't.
And the latter 50% are wrong.
Yeah.
They're wrong. This is
There
good
are
movie.
some people out there who don't like Mothra, weirdly enough.
Am I a
And they're
free
terrible
man? Ask the guy behind bars.
Yeah. Take a look
He's
where you
single.
are. Oh, snap. There's some kind of like rogue animal to have on a leash. Seriously, that hair is amazing. I kind of had a slightly similar hair like that when I was a kid.
The mullet or hers?
Well,
Hey, I
Yes.
just want to clarify.
well, that's
She's
how
got
we used to
some
do it.
nice
It wasn't
hair,
like a full mullet. I didn't have it quite as long up top. Well, actually, at one point I did.
Did you have a rat tail?
I did have a rat tail, and I was damn
Was it
proud of
braided?
it.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I never braided it. I
Thank
never did.
God. That would have just been unforgivable.
I
You
don't
don't-
really care. I don't forgive you. that version of you is dead to me.
That version of me is dead to a lot of people, believe me.
At least they're nice enough to give him tea.
Well,
I guess
yeah.
that's why they only had him handcuffed on one arm.
Yeah, you gotta be able to drink tea.
Yeah, that is like legit China they're drinking out of too.
Are they trying to convince him to find the Ark?
I think I've seen this movie before.
Oh, he ate the rind. Gross.
'Cause he's a badass. That's how you know.
I guess so.
There was one time there was this tough woman he just couldn't handle.
Oh. I don't know. I kind of would have taken the deal personally. That's just me.
Yeah, why ask that question if you're not gonna?
Because he's so
Is it-
cool.
Yeah.
You look how cool he is. He's like, I don't even need your help. I don't even care about your help. God, he's so cool.
He's like a stoner Indiana Jones.
I know. It's great.
These facial expressions.
It's like he's still like sucking on that lemon.
Don't you think he would have found that out first before denying the offer?
Yeah, like what did he think? It's like he takes the deal and I don't understand. It's like,
Listen.
oh, well, if I don't take this deal, I'll be out in 2 days anyway. And it's like, why do you think that? Or,
I know, it's like,
yeah. Wait, you mean you're gonna keep me in here if I don't take the deal, even though that's what you said going into the deal? Like, yeah, he's definitely a stoner.
yeah, yeah. And here we have Akira Takarada, behind the desk. He's been popping up in several Godzilla films over the years. But he played the lead in the original 1954 Gojira. It's funny, he actually had a cameo in 2014 that got cut. He was like a pissy like TSA agent or the equivalent of in Japan when like the main character got there and his scene got like I'm like, I don't care how bad the scene didn't fit into the movie, like just put it in there. Because there was like a whole petition for like when they were announcing they were going to be doing the movie, they're like, oh, put Akira Takarada in the movie, it'd be so great. And then they tweet out a photo with him and Gareth Edwards like, oh look, he's in the movie, and then he got cut and everyone's like, fucking A.
They should have just found something else, like just had him in like the background, something.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere. We may be headed for Doomsday.
I love that little toy Godzilla.
Yeah.
I've never noticed that.
I was just gonna say that.
And then we have one of the reoccurring characters. So I love all the stuff now where it's like Godzilla's just such a part of the reality where they're like, yeah, it's no longer like a thing like, oh my god, Godzilla's coming. It's just like, yeah, Godzilla's there. Where is he at? Oh, we think he's here.
We're just monitoring him.
Yeah. It's like we can't defeat him in any way possible, so we got a first look at
my God.
Batra.
Okay.
With the recycled Rodan roar. Which is funny because we're going to see Rodan in the next movie anyway. So yeah, the whole like time travel thing from like the previous movie, you'll notice that is not coming into play like whatsoever in this movie.
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's really not. And I think everyone, including Toho, kind of like sat back as the movie go, here's where I got a great idea. How about we never talk about that again? Everyone good? All right. Lost his cool mullet. Still rocking.
That's his boat hair.
That's his boat hair. Well, yeah, you don't want it too long because then it's like, flapping in your face and you can't navigate. It's really
yeah.
Infant Island.
This island better be run by babies.
Oh god.
Just a bunch of little babies like spears and pacifiers in their mouth.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
And just like all these like impaled skeletons of adults on the island.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the real Neverland.
Jesus.
I guess this film did a lot of location shooting too.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, a lot in like the South
Well,
Pacific.
I mean, if you're in a battle for the world, you got to see some of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like can't just all take place like on a cul-de-sac.
We got to know exactly what we're fighting for.
Exactly. I'm not a tropical guy though. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I would let.
I like that. Where did she change? Just on the boat, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure. In the
She's
bathroom.
like,
or...
I need to go put on my adventuring gear.
Well, it's very important. I mean, look at him. He's
But
got his
he's
hat.
still in a business suit, so that's why I'm confused.
He better protect that hat with his life.
It's the source of his power.
Yeah, never leave that hat
Hers
behind.
is just unfortunate.
Did he bring a whip? A whip?
A whip.
That guy.
Case needs to whip it real good.
There's always a token guy that doesn't belong.
Well, he's like the business
he's
guy
sort of
there to
independent.
kind of serve the company's interests.
Right.
This film has kind of a strong environmental theme, which is usually the case in Mothra films, because Mothra is usually always kind of like indicative of like the earth and earthiness and earth-like issues of sort.
The Earth one more time.
Earth.
Earth. What else?
Earth. Earth. I don't know. Earth stuff. It's really, really important Earth stuff, and Godzilla's being like the force of destruction that he is. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Why would you go over that bridge?
Okay, so what if it wasn't going to hold your weight, and you do it like?
Listen, he's high as shit right now.
Well, the trick is you gotta. Oh, never mind.
Where's the shot of the alligators at the bottom?
I know, right?
The crocodiles.
We did like George Lucas this movie and just like CGI a bunch of like.
But like, just put like pool float ones.
But no, we'll start with like 3 or 4, and then we'll keep re-releasing this like special edition and keep adding
Oh my
more
God.
and more.
That's
Jeez. Her scream.
Yeah, that was.
That was like the greatest O face ever.
Yeah.
That was a woman who was fully satisfied.
That was a woman that was fully satisfied.
Just that face.
So I don't care how satisfied she is. If that happens, I'm getting out of there.
Not before you get yours. But the funny thing is, when they drop, you're going to see it. They are not that high. Look at them. Like what? 10 feet off the ground?
At least if there were, you know, something in the water.
Why wouldn't they climb? It's basically just a ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just pushing her off, prying her fingers from the.
She was like right
Yeah,
there.
she fell like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Nah, he should just climb up.
It's like a diving board.
It's literally a longer way up than it is down. From a
Yeah.
purely like tactical standpoint, it makes more sense to drop. I'm so disappointed right now.
They're all like freaking out. He just has the biggest smile on his face.
Hey, you
Whee!
do enough drugs and
It's probably
not a
what
whole
she
hell of a
need.
lot gets you down. Even though it's funny, when you go to like these tropical places, in the water, there's so many kinds of parasites and things like that where they're saying like, yeah, don't go swimming in any of the water. In fact, don't go into a... yeah. They say, yeah, if it's like still water, do not go in there.
Well, the thing that scares me is those fish that say like you're peeing into.
Oh,
the
yeah,
yeah.
it'll swim up the...
Yeah, your urethra.
Yeah.
Yeah, just. Oh god. That's like my greatest fear.
Tiny fish swimming up your dick.
Yeah.
Wow. You live with a very curious fear on a daily basis.
Man,
You're there at the grocery store, oh god, I'm freaking out right now.
I stand about as far away from the urinal as possible.
Like you're in line at Chipotle, and you're just like, God, I hope right now this fish doesn't swim up my dick.
Yeah. That would just be the worst.
Worst thing ever! That's rough, man.
I didn't say it was a rational fear, but yes, greatest fear for sure.
At any given point in my day.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where I am. I've never been in a situation where that's a real threat. I fear it all the same. I think the idea of anything going up my urethra is
Oh my
a
god.
general fear of mine.
Aw.
As we cut to a shot of a small child.
Yeah, a small child going up my urethra is also terrifying.
Oh, yeah. I love Japanese children speaking in like a kind of a monotone voice. It's somehow adorable. Yet if they sing, it becomes just nightmare fuel. She's like pointing, it's like, sup, bitches?
Oh, he has a child?
Yeah.
And this is what he does for a living?
Deadbeat dad. This must be a terrible kid if he has to go all over the world.
Gets arrested, no idea what
Facing
freedom
danger.
is. Yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, how bad is that kid?
This guy.
Yeah, it's the kid's fault. His dad's an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It usually is the kid's fault.
Yeah.
That's
you're,
what I was
You're,
told.
you're the reason I left. Child.
I mean, that's what I always heard.
Yep.
It's your fault. My life was so much better before you came along.
Yeah.
No, it sounds about right. Oh. When the Kaiju commentary gets real.
You tell her mother, when she asks why I left, tell her it was because of her. No shit.
The irony is, those cave paintings actually don't look that old.
Yeah.
I bet they aren't. It looks like they're drawn on there with like chalk.
I know.
Tens of thousands of years? No.
He took a brush to it, and then he had an accurate guess as to when it.
Brush can carbonate life.
Yeah.
Now, with all that said, I want that on my ceiling.
Mhm.
I also thought it was really cool, the concept of, like, an evil Mothra, but we only see Batra, like, in this movie.
Ooh, okay, so they're gonna need a staff with a jewel
I know, right?
on top of it.
How fast is the sun moving, by
I know.
the way?
I was just thinking that too.
Like,
Yeah, this is very interesting.
like, it's just that quick, huh?
they just fast forwarded it, you know.
Skip to the end. I'm wondering how much of this kind of symbolism is going to play in King of Monsters when we see Mothra. Because I know there's a temple in the movie. They show, like, pictures from the set. So I'm wondering how, like, if they're going to have, like, the symbol and all that.
I'm sure it'll be there. I don't know that they'll spend like a ton of time on it though.
Like, how much, yeah, I wonder how much they're going to pull from, like, existing mythology and how much they're going to kind of, you know, create anew. Because Mothra is one of those characters that she's such a reoccurring character in the Godzilla franchise that she's kind of, her mythology, oh, there it is. Her mythology is kind of like more locked in compared to like other kaiju who have kind of, even King Ghidorah, who's keeps sprouting up in these movies, but his origins kind of change.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas her, it's always been kind of the same thing.
Are they gonna touch it?
They're gonna make the world's biggest omelet.
I feel if this movie was American, they would have said a line like that.
I
That
know.
could make one big omelet.
And then they'd be disappointed when it's a big old bug inside.
Oh, it's like made of stone. How old is it?
Clearly, that's the answer.
Oh, his knife doesn't have the app. Only the brush does.
Oh, only his brush.
Yeah.
Quick, brush it. I mean, you know how long it's been here.
It's too big to be a dinosaur egg. Well, yeah.
It's Mothra's egg. It
Oh.
belongs to Mothra.
We're hearing the twins. Am I that high?
There they are.
Yeah.
So cute.
This is the first time I believe they are not being played by the Peanuts, who would obviously have been too old by this point. Yeah, so here, again, in the original one, like, the fairies were always implied they were just legit just little tiny women, whereas here they're coming across as more like kind of meta creatures. They're not like they have a physical form that we're seeing, but it's more or less kind of like a projection. Like they, like you said, they're the cosmos. Like I feel they're more like just like kind of like beings that take on the form of like, you know, these two, as opposed to just being just tiny women.
The Earth's offended. Grow up.
I love how they have like a blonde like
I
ponytail.
know. Obnoxiously shiny.
Yeah. I was always trying to... Are they identical twins or are they just twins? Because the Peanuts who played the murder, they were like identical twins. But I can't tell if they're like identical or they're just twins. Because I know twins in Japan are very rare. And it's like considered like a sign of good luck, I guess, culturally. Or like traditionally, they're twins, so they're...
Or if you're just racist and they just look similar.
I did not... Wow. Way to take it there. Thanks.
I don't know if they're twins.
I don't know. I think they are. I'm not racist, folks, okay? But if we only take away one thing from all this is that Dragon is not racist.
Well,
Hey,
you just don't know.
It's just
you're
really
racist.
good casting. Right? Right?
Well, I know in the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, they're not twins. Batra.
Little figure there.
Well, you're destroying it, you son of a bitch.
Industry.
Yeah, all you captains of industry, you gonna pay.
Does that make this like the Japanese Ferngully in a way?
Kind of.
It looks like, in terms of like this area right here, it looks like they're a little late to save the forest.
I know.
I know, like, way to go, guys.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be any trees here.
The sad Mount Fuji.
Was this just kind of lazy protesting because it's almost like, oh, we know we can't actually accomplish anything, so when we go home at the end of the day having not accomplished anything, we don't have to feel bad about
Well,
ourselves?
unless they've been there the whole
Right.
time.
Oh, there's some forest.
Yeah, not for long. It's funny, you don't realize how small Japan is and how large Mount Fuji is when you like are in various parts of Japan and you can see Mount Fuji a lot of different places. Like if you get high enough in Tokyo, you can see it very clearly. Actually, some places you don't even need to get super high up; you can just see it. When we were in Odaiba, by the waterfront, like you just look off and you see it just there. I thought it was like a part of a cloud at first. Then I realized, oh wait, no, that's a giant mountain.
Mothra.
It's just funny.
Whatever.
You look how much more advanced like Japan is with their tech. This is like early '90s, and you look at like cell
That cell
phones
phone.
in like America. They're like these giant military walkie-talkie looking things, and look at his right there.
Her little laptop right there.
God, probably no one really thinks much about it, but I went on a boat once like that, and it dipped once, and I was immediately seasick. Like it literally just dropped once, and my stomach was just like whenever they say when you get
you're weak.
well, then what people say when you get like seasick, like it's instant. Like the slightest movement on a boat will like make you feel that way. So just seeing that boat rock like that, just not even like a lot, but just a little bit, I would. Oh, God.
I love that feeling.
Well, I guess people are. Yeah, I get motion sickness, so like now when I see now that I've gone through that, whenever I see people on a boat in movies, I'm like, oh God, oh God.
Do you want to do that VR experience?
No, I'd be over the edge, weeping and vomiting as I was. I can't read.
Read this to me. Aloud.
Again, even like after watching like stuff Shin, when you realize just how much like legislation or like executive orders they need just to launch like any kind of military offense, and you watch these older films now where they just like, hey, there's a monster coming, yeah, let's just launch the fighters. It's like how much legal red tape there is for them to do that. It makes these older films feel quaint. Like there's the real fiction in this movie.
Yeah. Bam.
I love Botcha's design. I actually think Botcha looks cooler when he's in his like
Larva.
yeah form, when he changes later into like his butterfly or moth form.
Does he get like a horn?
Yeah, I love this coloration too. Like a lot of times in these movies, the monsters sometimes are kind of not always, but some of the times they're more of a
Monotone.
yeah.
He's like an edgy Caterpie. He's like, goth Caterpie.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Nowhere near as useless as Caterpie.
He's all like, fuck this landmass.
Yeah, we're gonna stop him with ropes.
Okay. Okay, it's the same thing when we see King Kong. How?
At least they could theoretically roll this.
Is
If
well,
they
maybe
had
that's what they did. Like
I don't
they
know.
brought it right
Who
up to.
painted
I was like, how do you get it? I guess it was right on the water. So in theory, if you could like loosen the egg, it would just kind of yeah. At least it's implied.
Well, those three just kind of got up on the mountain, and
They
like
pushed.
pressed their legs against it. And just,
I guess it makes a little bit more sense than how they always get King Kong on the damn raft. Like how did he just conveniently lie down before he passed out?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Ooh.
They set up a series of sleds and just drug him across them.
And I love that this is actually a guy in a suit, and how they really kind of cleverly
Yeah.
did it where it's like make it look like it's just rearing up the upper part of its body.
Very big.
Yeah. No, I love the design.
So Mothra's in the egg.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first and only time there's been kind of like a counterpart to Mothra, so to speak.
Mm.
Again, after Biollante, the studio wanted to start doing more classic monsters, but not abandon the idea of doing new monsters altogether. So I think for something like this, they brought back Mothra, so you have kind of that name brand recognition, but they also then introduce like another one, so they could always okay, if people don't like the new monster, we still can play it safe and lean on the older one.
Well, it's funny too because that's funny. That's before they painted it.
It's funny too because
no, I was gonna say
dot. Yeah, that's
it's one of those things where obviously I'm sure they don't want to mess with Mothra's design, but like when you think of look how cool he looks, like if they were to update her, what would she actually look like? But they keep
Batra looks way cooler. But again, it's like Mothra's design now was like Mothra's design, so you can't really mess with it too much. So she's again your play it safe adversarial monster.
I guess they kind of did change her design in Rebirth of Mothra trilogy a little bit.
I love that response, everybody. Like,
oh.
What?
There's like, oh, sumimasen. They just leave.
All the maser cannons.
Yeah.
I love how at this point in the franchise,
they have really updated. They're like a couple decades away from like Jaegers and stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? Again, I just love how at this point, like the self-defense force doesn't even resemble like a real world military anymore.
Just say, remember when the Mazers were like the last
line of defense? Now they just roll those fuckers out right off the bat.
They just learned.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah,
you know?
But then again,
it's like they don't do anything anyway. We may as well use them right away.
But
they look cool at least.
But then again, it's also one of those things too. If we literally now have a world where there are giant monsters and they frequently appear, it would make sense that military forces would kind of, update themselves and become more, like, specific or have more, like, specialty weapons.
I know it would have been way too hard to shoot, but since he goes underground, it would have been cool if they showed it, like, in a subway system, and you just, like, you're on, like, one of the, JR trains, you just see it.
Oh, yeah.
See him going by.
So these guys probably have no idea Batra's going nuts, do they? Or are they kind of getting the word now?
I don't think they know it. Well, they're gonna see it now.
Oh, okay. I was picturing them be like, "Hey, we're bringing this big giant egg. And like, we're kind of dealing with something right now.
Yeah, you guys hang back. Maybe
where do you want us to park the egg?
Maybe just circle around a little bit
yeah.
till we square this away."
Is this Godzilla or Batra?
Oh,
I think I know who that is.
What could it be? Gee, I wonder.
Yeah, who knows?
And this is the first film in the Heisei era where they brought back the old roar, the more high-pitched roar.
I like that roar.
I missed the deep one though.
Cat mouth.
He should do both.
He should do both. Godzilla should have range.
Yeah.
He can be a bass, baritone, tenor. Every so often, little falsetto, just for good measure.
Yeah, exactly.
Godzilla is the whole choir.
It just depends how he's feeling.
Yeah. And it's funny, this film, technically, there's 3 Godzillas. They have the water suit for just a wide shots of him in the water. They have, like, a Cybot head. Like, this is the water suit. They have a Cybot head for the close-ups of his head when he moves his neck around to have a lot more flexibility. And then there's the suit they have when he's on land.
He's still got a smile on his face. This guy.
That weed is hanging in there. Like, he's right here. See, right now he's going downstairs real quick to toke up real fast.
You get a Scooby snack.
He's like, "Oh man, I'm starting to feel feelings again. Starting to feel negative emotions.
I want to go back to just bliss."
Have you guys seen a little baggie of
Maybe he just wants to toke up with Godzilla, make friends.
Oh, that egg. It looks like it's cracking on top. What are you doing?
See, now, in the West, this scene here seems obviously really absurd. Like, really, dude, who cares what your... Ow. Who cares what your boss thinks, you know? We're all gonna die. But in Japan, like, business over there is taken so... Jesus.
Yeah. Why doesn't he just pretend he's sleeping? Then his
like,
boss will know, well, you're working really hard, and that's why you weren't able to stop him, because you were really tired.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but then he'll get promoted.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Even though he didn't get the egg back. Just say, hey, I was asleep.
But over there, that's like... Like, if something like that, like if you're disgraced in business, I mean, there are people who kill themselves over that kind of thing over there.
Yeah.
So it's weird, but like over there to a Japanese audience, while they still might not agree with the guy, they could kind of see where he's coming from, culturally speaking. Whereas us in the West, like, dude, I don't give a fuck what my boss thinks about this shit. My boss can kiss my ass.
My ropes.
Got a little ketchup right there, but. Oh.
Now he should say that. Now your boss can kiss my ass.
If this was American, he would be.
Yeah.
He's, after his rude awakening, he's like, I want an omelet.
Mothra, wake up. Mothra.
What I think is so funny, I know she's not a baby, because, again, she's always reborn. But it's like, because she's just hatched, obviously it's like a baby, in a way. So
Or then
it's
she
like,
wakes up and that's the first thing she
she's
sees.
got to do is fucking beat his ass.
She's like, ah, shit. Worst reincarnation ever. God's like, well, fuck you.
Oh, man. He's like, leans back. It's coming.
Godzilla's just like, yep, this is what I do.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna get you.
Yes.
Just now you decided that?
We were already doing that. Thanks for the order.
Shit. Look at her go.
Is she biting his tail?
Yeah.
Yes. She's so cute.
Looks so dumb.
She's like a big angry
Godzilla's
turd.
like, get the fuck off. I like when she hits the water, there's like a little bit of a light show underneath.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Godzilla's ultimate conflict resolution. They even changed the sound his atomic breath makes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like almost like a weird, like, I don't know, like lasery beam cannon kind of sound.
Is she pushing that towards him, or is he walking towards her? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Looks like it's burning him.
Mm.
Is that like smoke coming off?
Is that the Mothra lava suit? Lava?
What? Sure, so there's a moth. What kind of upgrade is that?
I was trying to
Lava
say...
Mothra.
That would be pretty cool.
I was trying to say water suit. I don't know why. I was trying to say water larva suit, and I said lava suit. But, because before she had the bright blue eyeballs, but now she's got, like, dark brown or something.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ow.
She's gonna burrow through his gut.
Reverse alien him.
That'd be cool. Oh, she's one of those fish. She's trying to go right
Oh, God.
Yeah, do not swim in the waters outside Japan.
Yeah.
But this is the Philippines, remember?
Oh, my God.
Well, I think they're closer to Japan by now.
If I got
I
a
don't
Mothra
know.
up my urethra, that would suck.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah,
They're just in the worst place.
I know, this is like the worst neighborhood in the ocean ever. Like, we really shouldn't be here,
he's,
guys.
like, he's still smiling, even like without, like, I just don't get it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
And it's funny, Batra's so big.
My name's
Yeah.
Mothra. Oh, God. It's Mothra. Mothra, look out.
Yeah, I think this.
Yeah, I think she heard you.
Look how big Batra is compared to Mothra.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ.
Impaled.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn.
He gets fucking lasers too.
Godzilla.
Mothra just...
Join me. Oh, no, he's just gonna fight Godzilla. And Together, we can. He's like Botcher's the Palpatine, and then
Mothra's like the Obi-Wan.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Botcher's technically bigger than Godzilla here.
Jesus.
They're at least. I mean, they're very close in size.
I think Botcher's broader.
He's very fast in the water.
And it's funny, where they're shooting this here, this is actually I think they've drained it since, but this was a giant tank, like, pool they had in, like, the Toho lot. I remember they showed it one time. It was, like 300 feet across or something. It's huge. Or it was. I got to do the water effect here.
Even though I have to wonder, so does that mean Godzilla was kind of like doggy paddling in place before when he was above water?
Yeah, that's a good point, because I've always wondered when they're way out at sea.
I guess so, yeah.
Just,
That's very funny. But he's also
his tail's,
completely sturdy.
Unless he's using his tail.
So,
I was gonna say his tail's like twirling.
yeah, no, he just has his tail straight down.
He's just balancing on
it.
Oh my god.
I mean, unless there's like
And
dips and valleys
I
in
was
there.
gonna say a convenient trench he just got pushed into. I
Yeah,
guess they were near the trench though.
Oh yeah. Again, they always do that where it's like they're out of sync. Godzilla's there, but is he swimming or is he standing? Like, he's not that tall.
It's on his tippy tail.
I mean, he's 100 meters tall here, but I'm pretty sure the water's
He's like
deeper.
strapped on some like stilts.
He's just got little floaties.
You see, ironically enough here, this is not the water suit.
Oh. Got hit pretty hard there.
There you go.
Yeah, Batra is freaking huge.
Yeah.
Wow. To be able to slam somebody underwater. Very impressive.
Yeah, no, they did that water effect really good.
Well, I think it helps too because they have the smoke, obviously, but because they're kind of masking it with bubbles.
Yeah. Well, in the past, when they've done underwater sequences, sometimes it hasn't always looked good because it just clearly is just a low-lit set.
It looks
Is
pretty
that
good.
the,
Yeah, here they did a really
Is
good
that the
job.
breach from Pacific Rim?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
There's a crossover, folks.
I'm so excited for that sequel.
I know.
What's happening down there, man?
That's his Steven Spielberg Lincoln shot right there. That's cool, no. I love how epic, if you really think this is. They're deep in like the trench. There's a volcanic fissure opening up as they're fighting.
Yeah.
Just shows you how fucking
And
beyond
everyone
powerful
in the
they are.
boat's just still there.
I know.
Still there, just waiting.
Yeah, this
It'd be
is
sweet if like Godzilla like, grabs him, sticks his head in like the fissure, and then like grabs the land and like closes it on him.
Oh,
my
shit, that'd
God.
be bad. That would be so epic. And like right before he closes it, he's like, "Go to hell." And then it's like,
It's the first time Godzilla speaks. Yeah, like, this whole time he could say things. You just waited for this moment.
well, he's Godzilla's basically an '80s American action star. He has to wait for the one right precise moment for the one-liner.
Let's see if you're lava proof. You're fired.
Oh my god.
Perfect. Oh, so many missed opportunities here. You're fired. Jesus. Oh, hey.
My boss is gonna kill me. I lost the egg.
That's the thing, I'm kind of like, you guys didn't really lose it. It was probably going to hatch anyways.
I know where it is.
But that's the thing. Would that matter, though? Like, again, I know business over there is really shrewd. Like, they do not mess around. So I'm wondering, like, would they still blame that on him?
Man, they even do their like their love interest like Indiana Jones movies. See, they hated each other, but now it's just it's gonna happen.
I love how he's rocking like what is like the Don Knot, like pastel, like coat with the sleeves rolled up.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's really a cool guy.
That's a hot look.
He didn't have his mullet anymore. So.
That look needs to come back, by the way. I would rock that look right now.
They do their cool guys. I'm trying to think of how to describe how they do it. On all these Godzilla films, all the cool guys are like nowhere near what you'd consider. They're like a caricature of cool, like American cool, but they're just it's a little off. It's a little off.
It's like
It's always...
Yeah, but right now in America, this time like cool is like Jean-Claude Van Damme and like.
I mean, that's still cool.
It'd be a guy like jumping off the ship, like kicking Godzilla in the face.
Still cool.
Still cool. The movie would be about like 20 seconds long because he'd be fucking dead, but it'd be the coolest 20 seconds of your life.
Yeah, it'd be freaking awesome.
So here we had kind of a very similar plot line from, the first, well, pretty much all the any movie that involves Mothra, like, they see the twins and like, hey, we're a greedy corporation, let's make money off them.
We will sell you, ladies.
And do what? Like, the world and our society, as we know, is not catered to, like, them. Like, I'll give you a lot of money so you can, what, go to the movies? Like, what are you going to do? Like, a ruler's taller than you.
Thinking, like, sex trafficking, that's wrong. You want some psychic tiny babes?
We got you.
Yeah. It's very niche market. But,
yeah.
Those that want it will pay
handsomely.
Yes.
These are some of the best Western actors you've ever seen in a Godzilla film because they're not fucking talking.
They're not fucking talking.
I don't know what it is. I've never understood why, but whenever you have like Western like actors and Godzilla, they're always terrible. It's become kind of like a joke amongst like the Godzilla like fandom too. Like, just it does not have a good track record of like.
I feel like they just find people on the street and just be like, "Hey, can you just do the scene for us?"
Well, I feel like they direct them to look stupid.
Well, I also wonder too, like if I'm sure the director has like a translator on set so he knows what the actor is saying, but to their ears, they might not be able to tell what is good English acting versus bad because it's it's kind of like how when we hear various people from other countries speak a different language, but depending on where they are from that country, they might have a different accent, but we don't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people who speak English as a second language, someone who speaks with like maybe a Texas accent versus a Boston one, they might not know the difference. They just hear English. They're not picking up on the differences and how it sounds. So kind of for them, like, all right, we need this actor to say these lines, but in English. Okay, well, the actor says the lines to their ears. Okay, well, there it is. He said it in English. Perfect. But, to our ears, we hear, like, what a, horrible abomination of acting that it is. It's like, oh, shit. You guys didn't do any more takes than that? That was it? Maybe not settle with the warm-up take next time.
It's like, why can't the English-speaking actor do a little of his own acting and, kind of make the words make sense? And
by the way, I love how that little girl was just there in the airport. Much safer, simpler. I mean, I know she had that woman with her, but just seeing things like that now, I'm like, man, the world has changed.
I mean, given that volcanic eruption off the coast, they should have expected an earthquake.
Look at that guy's look at his face. It's just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Here it comes.
It's song time.
No way. Are they in the aquarium right now?
I think they're behind it.
Okay. I was like, can they breathe underwater? Okay. Is this their, apartment?
I love how they kind of updated the Mothra song here a little bit. Give more of a mystical quality.
And for once, they actually subtitle it.
See, I don't think we're going to have the legit Mothra song in the new film.
I don't think they're twins.
Fine, I'm racist, okay? Are you happy? Racist sack of shit here.
wasn't saying that. I don't think they look very much alike.
But I'm saying I don't think they're
But you'd have to
identical
be
twins.
racist to think they're twins.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. Shit. Fantastic. I hate myself. Excuse me, I'm just gonna go throw myself off the balcony now. Purge the world of me.
If only all racists felt like you.
Self-deprecating, you have to want to kill themselves. Let me lead the charge.
Who's with me?
Apparently no one. Yeah, but no, but yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think they're gonna have, like, all the words and sing it, but I'm kind of wondering if you're gonna have, like...
I hope they'll at least do, like, the song.
Yeah, or, like, someone's gonna hum it or something in the background. There'll be some kind of nod to the song, at least. I would like something like that.
I mean, like, do, like, a score or something, a theme.
Or, yeah, maybe that'll be Mothra's
No, they
theme.
gotta do a shot of a guy. A janitor is, like, Mothra and Godzilla are fighting outside, and he's, like, sweeping and mopping, and he's got headphones on.
The classic,
He's
like,
got
I don't hear what's
headphones
going on.
Yeah, and he's humming the Mothra song.
That would be funny. I could see him doing that.
I think that scene has already been shot. Like, I'm pretty sure that we're going to see that in the movie. Almost willing to bet on it.
Well, aren't you special? That just looks like some really horrible, like, fetish photo thing. I look really scared. Yeah, I'd say it. Give me that doughy-eyed look.
They're definitely selling them as sex workers.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, look, he's talking to a white guy. What else could he be talking to him about?
Oh, yeah, he does English in this part. I forgot.
$1 million.
His accent wasn't... I mean, but that's the thing. I'm sure he probably... Every once in a while, you can tell...
He met with, like, Harrison Ford for, like...
months
to really get this...
really get the character for it.
Nail the character down,
Then again, he had, like, one line, so he goes make your argument. Like, he probably just learned how to say it over and over again.
Right.
It's what I've heard Takarada in interviews... and, you know, whenever he'll say, like, a U.S. city, he says it with almost a perfect American accent. Oh, the futility of it all.
I'm just like, why are they attacking Mothra?
Mothra's like, I just want to help.
It's like,
you ungrateful piece
You're
of shit.
You're the one selling my my psychic twins as sex workers. Who's the real monster?
Japan has, like, a zero tolerance policy now with giant monsters. Like, anytime anything pops out of the water that's, like, bigger than a dolphin, they just open fire. There are just scores of just, like,
larger
dead whales and seals just floating everywhere. Hey, look, it's a walrus. Yeah, maybe not. Boom.
They decide whether or not they're going to nuke it.
Oh my god.
Well, there's a seal on the beach today. All right, let's have a conference. Let's ask the Americans to drop a nuke on it. What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a walrus now, tomorrow.
How many civilian casualties can
What
we
did they
expect?
put in the ocean to make it catch on fire?
Get a little.
Somewhere near 3 million. Those are acceptable numbers.
Worth it. Do
Fire.
it. Yeah, see, I like how this song, like, the singing is the same, but instead of having the music is more like a gentle, like, score in the background.
It's not like the tribally, like,
yeah,
sounds.
I think this is my favorite iteration of the song.
Oh wow, they're in prison like that one guy was in the beginning. They're not free.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about Mothra. Mothra never outright goes out of her way to destroy them, but even if you watch the movie she was in, it's like whatever gets in her way will be destroyed, but she won't go out of her way to destroy anything. So it's kind of how they was justified.
She's got a one-track mind.
Well, yeah, that's the basic thing about Mothra. It's like, just stay out of her way. But whatever's there...
Get out the
Yeah,
way.
I know. That little girl is adorable.
That girl looks like one of the twins.
No, she's the psychic. Wow. Okay, well, good to know it's not... I'm not going to be...
No, I'm just wondering if she also played...
No.
Care
Are
to
you sure?
join me on the balcony, Chris?
Are you sure?
As we plunge to our deaths.
Yeah. I'll be sure to go head first. I mean, it's not that high, but... Okay, yeah, never mind. Now I see. They're definitely the same person.
Oh my god. I'll get you guys some shovels.
We're gonna dig our own graves and then leap into them.
Yep. That's actually a good
Actually, I don't really
composite
wanna,
shot right
Yeah,
there.
I don't really want to dig my own grave.
I think there's a bird.
I mean, if you
up
dig
on
it
the camera.
for me, I'll gladly jump in, but I feel like by the time I finish digging, I'm not gonna want to do it.
Oh, that's. But see, it's almost kind of more badass. That's
I
how she
am liking
destroys
these
stuff.
shots with this song in the background. It's pretty cool.
She's like a battering ram.
Well, that's the thing. It's almost kind of more scary, where it's like Godzilla will kind of see a building and swing at it just to kind of be an asshole.
I feel like she's thinking, yeah, see what's happening? See what's happening? Maybe if you'd shot me with one more missile, this wouldn't have happened.
Gotta have your classic
Think
evacuation
about
scene.
that, taxpayers. You paid for all those missiles. And look what they did.
Nothing.
Mothra 2020.
Yeah, she's literally just moving in a straight line, and just like... Okay, that's when people make fun of Mothra sometimes, like she's kind of weak or she's just a big bug. I'm like, have you... She's literally just like this oncoming force of destruction. She's basically like a tornado. It's just a straight shot,
And for the
whatever
most
gets in her
part,
way.
she can take whatever they put at her.
Well,
you know,
that's
throw
my
at her.
point. Like, she doesn't really need to, like, fight. It's like, they're... like, shit.
Yeah. Maybe if you had let the guy release the eggs sooner, this wouldn't have happened. God, dumbass. But you just wanted to have your job.
The guy's waving, they're like, no, get back. That guy's face is just
I know.
perpetually like, oh, shit, what's that? What's going on? Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Who's in Alaska? Who's in Alaska? Is it Indiana Jones? That guy? I'd hate to be the guy with the exposed face on the tank.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you guys have, like, some
They
kind
actually got some real
It's
tanks for
just his face.
Just
This
his
is
face.
Yeah.
The rest of them will be just fine. Yeah, no, I know they're able to sometimes...
we
to, like-
we need something to send back to the family.
Well, yeah, so we'll just send everything but his face. His face will, like, hamburger meat, but the rest of it will be, like, immaculate, like...
Sorry, ma'am. We couldn't send you his head.
Check out those abs.
It was exposed.
Yeah, no, they're doing the blue eyes. Yeah, she only gets the red eyes when she's, like, angrier. Which, again, is something I hope they keep doing in the new one. I just really want to see how Mothra's gonna look. I love that the only thing that's messed up about that place is just the knocked over No! He just jumps out a window.
Oh, the reason I left in the flesh.
You're the real monster. You destroyed my life. Well,
Yeah.
what else is new?
Well, you should be.
Nice dolls, Dad.
How much do these cost?
She's adorable.
I know.
Return the cosmos to mommy? Who's the mom?
Her.
Wait, this whole time?
Yes.
Yeah, that's his ex-wife.
That's
I
how
didn't
this works,
realize
Chris.
Maybe you were too busy focusing on my racism. And what a horrible racist I am.
Yeah, I've been in just a blind
again, look at-
rage this
I don't know.
entire time.
That suit is hideous. It's like pea green.
It was a different time back then, folks.
Not a good color.
Yeah, now there's 2 reasons not to listen to the things she has to say.
Although I'm going to point out an interesting parallel since we keep kind of bringing up King of Monsters here. It's like, I know the story of that film, the main character, it's a dad, his daughter, and his ex-wife. And it's funny because this is a Mothra film, and it's got a dad, his little daughter, and his ex-wife. So I don't know, I'm just kind of curious, like, I mean, how... it makes you wonder how much of like these other films are we going to see kind of play into that, like how much they're going to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how big Mothra is. That's insane. Like those windows are probably roughly around the size of a single person.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she's gonna destroy her psychics.
Ooh.
Well, he saves the psychics over his family.
Are we really surprised?
Not really. Oh yeah, you guys are here.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I can get a lot of money for these two, so I want to make sure they're safe.
Hey, you want that alimony, right?
You guys are basically worth nothing.
Oh, I don't know. I think there's a good enough reason to cry.
Just throw them outside. Just throw them out the window.
See, I kind of love that though, because Mothra can tell they're in there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, again, she's one of the rare kaiju that really, like, will interact with kind of humans on a kind of an equal level. Where again, usually most kaiju are just kind of, ambivalent to us. That they don't care. The only time they really acknowledge us is when we're like firing on them, and even then, it's not really us individually. It's more or less just the act of attacking them that they're really kind of responding to. That's why in the last
composite.
I know it's done actually pretty well.
It's so hard to balance on her hands.
Yeah.
No, that's actually wow. Yeah, no, that shot was done very well.
I'm like, Mothra's way too small right there.
Yeah. I think one of her eyes would almost take up that entire window.
Mr. Mothra. Silly girl.
Silly child. What are you? 5?
Mothra is a chick, right?
Yeah. Female. Oh, you just noticed, huh?
I'll go
Bring
fuck
your
up shit
dad
over
to
there
work
now.
day. That's the only reason he's there.
It's like, oh, god damn it, Dad.
Bring your senile father to work.
Is it like a Where's Waldo photo where it's like
Do you guys
Mothra
know
in the
Mothra's here? Alright.
He's got the best faces.
I know. Just like, where the fuck am I? What the fuck is going on? And why face the entire time?
Yeah, it'd be impressive if they heard them screaming. Don't buy her.
But here's the thing: why are they all sad for Mothra? Like, this is not gonna hurt her. Like the entire
it's
Japanese.
Kinda rude though.
Well, they don't know
It's
that.
rude, but it's like they're oh no, poor Mothra. She like took out the fucking Japanese Navy. Just, I'm more concerned with like them really.
I mean, they did shoot first.
Yeah, they drew first blood. A little bit of a Anguirus right there.
And looks like Mothra's dying.
Jesus.
Oh, so she's a sociopath just like her father.
I love when Mothra gets like bewildered look, like all right, time to make a cocoon.
Where's it going?
It'd be nice if one of these days she could just like not be a larva form first.
I think we've.
I mean, yeah, it's happened, but
Well, usually when that happens, then she dies, and like an egg will hatch and like replace. Like when she first fought Godzilla, she saw her first as a moth,
I guess yeah.
and
First
she was
of all,
defending the egg.
Do you think we'll see her larva form?
I think they will. I mean,
I don't know. I was kind of thinking they might just go debut as moth.
I don't know, like, but that's the thing though. It's such an iconic. Whenever she forms her cocoon and then hatches from it, it's such an iconic moment in a lot of these movies that I think they'd be remiss. I don't think she'll be a larva very long in the movie. I think it'll be something, maybe she'll make an appearance or she'll hatch and she'll be kind of like, the first appearance of Mothra hatching, she'll, wreck a small village or something and go out to the ocean and
So you
disappear.
think maybe like establish her as like I don't know, the reason. Because in King Kong, we see like the shots of like the cave paintings of Mothra. right?
Yeah,
As like
as a moth, yeah.
And so that's why I'm kind of wondering.
Well, again, there's been different. Well, that's the thing.
Maybe like when we see her, like really, we'll just see her kind of like cocooned, like a larva, like cocooned, and then
I know
we'll see her like come out.
I know for this
as a moth.
Comic-Con
Like,
2017, they tweeted out a photo of like a giant like temple mural of Mothra as the butterfly. But if you look like in the bottom corners, you see like the two little larvae. So I don't.
They do like again. You're saying where she shows up as a moth at first, and if she dies, maybe you see the larva at the end of the movie.
Maybe I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I love this shot right here. Like, see, shots like this, I would like to see something. I think it'd be cool to see this updated now, how this would look, because it's really epic. Because I think they could make it really big and elaborate looking now. So even if they don't have her as the larva for very long in the movie, which I'm fine with, I think it'd be cool to see this now, just to kind of see what her becoming the moth would look like with like modern, visual effects and all that.
I like to point out that they have the twins in that cage still.
Yeah.
Like, can you let us out?
This was a
well,
rescue.
they let them out and they put them back in, and then they.
Yes.
In case they need to make a quick getaway.
And that's the thing, because Mothra is like a benevolent figure. It's like when she does stuff like this, it's always a moment of awe and wonder. Whereas any other kind of movie where like a kaiju is transforming, it's like scary and terrifying. Like, oh shit, they're gonna become so much worse now. That kind of thing.
Usually also fast.
Yeah, I mean, look at Godzilla and Shin Godzilla. Like, whenever he was transforming, it's like, oh shit.
His was like a power up.
Well, yeah, but it was like it had a negative connotation for us. But when Mothra's doing it, it's a moment of like wonder. It's like the scene in Jurassic Park when they first see the Brachiosaur walking across the field. It's majestic. It's beautiful. So I think they would be remiss to like not. Yeah, I know, right? Oh man, now I want to see someone like just like lay in that audio, the John Williams score. Jeez. Oh yeah, so one of the most badass Godzilla moments ever is coming up. So this is Mount Fuji, which is a volcano, which has lava. So Godzilla fell into the trench, the volcanic trench in the ocean.
Oh, okay. He's clawing his way out through the volcano.
Well, you'll see. Oh. For a split second, you saw the bike. Pull over. It's a sweet bike.
Wait, who are these people?
My bike.
I know it's a composite shot, but that was actually done pretty good. Oh.
These guys are just trying to figure out their press release.
I know. That'd be crazy if Mount Fuji actually erupted, though.
Oh my god. It would be terrible.
Well, not crazy good.
No, I know.
But I'm just saying, could you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of volcanoes in the world where it'd just be absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah.
Erupted.
I don't think people realize if you get a few of the big super volcanoes that erupt all at the same time, like, it would have, like, global implications. Like, the ash clouds alone.
Well, actually, there's a couple that just, in the way themselves, would have global implications.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you get a few
like,
of those...
was it in Iceland that erupted, like years ago?
Yeah.
And then it like, shut down flights for, like, a long period of time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, like, a super...
Big,
like, it wasn't a super volcano.
But it was enough to cause, like, a lot of problems.
Yeah, just the ash cloud there was... I mean, and the ash did travel, like, all around the world.
Well, that's what causes a lot of the trade. That stuff will travel.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of looks like you care a little bit. See, shots like that I think would be really, really cool. Like, I would like to see something like that. I think you could, too, because she's going to be fighting Rodan and King Ghidorah. So I think you could have a break from Mothra while she's in her cocoon, without kind of sacrificing the action.
Yeah.
And then have her kind of make her triumphant return, as the moth. So Godzilla swam up a lava stream.
Hell yeah.
That's how fucking badass he is. He swam up a lava stream. That is epic.
He's ready to unleash the molten core.
Well, that's when people say, like, oh, you know, King Kong should win in a fight because he's fast. It doesn't matter how fucking fast he is. Doesn't matter how many times he hits Godzilla. Godzilla can swim up a fucking lava stream.
Oh, yeah,
you can hit him all you want. Like, so what?
Yeah. King
Like,
Kong
he
doesn't
takes-
have any atomic breath.
That's
so-
like a say. Oh, that 5-year-old's really quick. He could probably hit you a lot. Yeah, he could probably hit me a lot. He's still fucking 5 years old. By the way, I love this right here. This thing is literally just turning.
What? They always have these spinning tables for no reason.
They can literally have just walked around faster.
Listen, don't talk
They
crazy.
just walk up right there. I was like,
Oh my goodness!
I was like, why? You could have just taken like
No.
3 seconds to just walk there.
Oh,
I want a circled desk.
That's how important they are.
Jesus.
And this is an Odaiba. I know. Do you see my
I can't
point?
get over that.
It's so epic. Like, oh, we're gonna spin in our super technological.
Oh, they couldn't see him on a regular camera. Look at it. I'm gonna get some thermal imaging so we can see exactly where Godzilla is in relation to everything else.
God, that's gotta be crazy for the suit actor there, because look at all that fire and sparks around him. Like, that's...
I know.
On top of that, the suit... I know they said that they're so hot in those suits.
Oh, he is hot in that suit.
That's a nice
That's
angle that they
yeah.
don't use a lot.
Yeah, I know. I love when you get, like, the... Well, because usually people are looking up at Godzilla.
Well, yeah.
But no, I always like those shots they do when...
It's like he's
Really?
confused.
It's like, oh, we set out to find Godzilla, exactly where he was seen, and now we're shocked now that we've seen him.
That is badass that he can do that, though.
Again, this is in continuity with 84 or no?
Yeah.
So I'm like, guys, you know he fucking chilled in there.
Well,
Like,
that's my point. They just... And
he
someone
took
brought up a good
a
point.
spa retreat.
Is that... Why did they never try using the bird call thing again?
I know.
Ever. I mean, it obviously worked.
Maybe Godzilla just learned his lesson.
They're just dumb.
It's kind of like, well,
Looks really happy there, by the way.
He's gonna trip. He's gonna trip.
remember when those used to be like as tall as he was?
Well, yeah, it's funny. There's a scene in King Kong versus Godzilla where Godzilla like goes up to the power line and his head is just barely
I know.
over them, and it just shows you how much bigger he is. Well, technically here he's double the size
Yeah.
because he was 50 meters in that film.
Jesus, this guy. Yeah.
Dad, just go to the break room.
Put the phone down.
Somebody get him out of here.
Oh my god.
Like, why
like,
are you
what-
guys all so surprised?
It's like they have no idea what's going on. No one has any idea.
Of course he is. Yeah, this I really want to see this in the new movie because again, it's always such a like pristine moment when like Mothra, and I think it's done the best in this movie. Honestly, I think this movie probably takes the best of Mothra and really does it well, the best.
Does her justice.
Yeah. Again, this is my favorite iteration of Mothra in this film.
Her golden spores.
Bring back the spores.
Yeah.
Get them spores.
You always need some spores.
Funny, we were not too far from the diet building when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
No plot is complete without some spores. I am Mothra.
She's like, oh, you guys all waited for me to get up.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's the general that was just told Godzilla's back, and now it's just like,
Oh.
oh wow, this is super cool.
I never noticed.
After
but-
this is all over, he's gonna be like, did you say something about Godzilla earlier? Yeah, he's back.
What?
What? No!
Now just imagine if Batra got his own transformation.
Yeah,
had his own
Batra's transformation
theories.
we're going to see coming up is kind of cheap. So I'm kind of like, Mothra has to go through an entire process.
Oh, does he just like snap his fingers? And...
He just kind of like, you'll see. He's just like, nah, I'm a moth now. Like, I'm done being a caterpillar. He just decides to not be a caterpillar. And he...
Ooh, those colors.
I know. And again, I love that this is all a practical suit, so how they did those wings and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mothra is always one of the biggest...
Nice.
Sweet.
I just, like, I
Go
know obviously
for
they
it,
kind of
bro.
did it in Rebirth of Mothra, but what if Batra had his own twins and they just, like, played heavy metal and he
The
transformed?
evil twins. Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been cool. That is a missed opportunity. They should have had some evil twins. They should have... Oh, why did they
Just
do...
Black lipstick. And
Yeah.
eyeliner and
Oh, that would have been so awesome. It would have been so cliche and
just
tacky,
like
but I would have loved
Marilyn
it.
Manson.
I know.
Just two Marilyn Mansons. And...
Singing the dope show the entire time.
Remember Mothra used to blow everything away with her wind? Just imagine all this.
A whole lot of leather.
Yeah. God! Why? Why was this not done?
Nipple
Hey, they
rings.
kind of did it
Nipple
in Rebirth
rings.
of Mothra because you had the one evil one.
Everything's pierced.
Oh no.
Everything.
What about Godzilla?
Yeah, they're all alive. You've all failed. You've done nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
wait,
is-
we didn't kill any of them?
Yeah. This is Botcha's transformation. It's
If
gonna
there's
be...
one thing the Japanese are bad at, it is killing kaiju.
Yep.
I think we can agree. I don't know. I'm a fan.
I mean, it's for convenience sake, from a really tactical standpoint,
He's
it's
like a
good.
demon moth.
He's
I know.
nasty. He's like part roach.
Mhm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had to be Batra or Mothra, I'd rather be Batra just so I could, like, change at will.
He's essentially just like Shazam. Like
He
Shazam!
had a magical girl transformation. It's like he could sense Mothra transform and was like, fuck, well, I'm gonna transform too. Get the mazers.
Maybe he like requires Mothra to transform in order for him to transform.
That would be interesting. That's the thing. Do they... I haven't really paying... No, are they using a masculine term for Batra, or are they...
Oh, I haven't been paying enough attention when
Well,
they
who
refer to
knows?
him.
Who knows?
I love that Godzilla's atomic breath is just always a great equalizer. Like, why would you even send...
I know.
Like an army, like why? Like they're just gonna. I understand it's they're part of the self-defense force. Technically, they sign up to throw. You know, if they have to die to defend their country.
Yeah.
But it's not even like a maybe. It's a certainty. You're going to die, and you're not going to do anything.
Until
Like,
you
you're
have
not,
drones.
You're not going to stop him.
You're not
Like,
even slowing him down.
that's my point. You're literally just sacrificing lives.
And annoying him, making him angrier, probably.
Yeah, good. Let's
Yeah,
give him more of an
yeah.
incentive to kill us.
Mm-hmm.
If there was ever any chance that maybe he would just get bored and
These
wander
are some
off.
cool planes, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're getting close to X-wings with these. Ooh.
Well, that worked out
Ooh.
exactly as I thought it would.
Yeah. Man. We've been here before.
Wonder eggs.
Oh, nice.
Just stare up and wonder.
Oh,
Her
man.
wings look so much better than they used to, too. 'Cause
Yeah.
They actually have some more movement. I love this
Oh.
new suit.
Godzilla is approaching.
Yeah, no, we were there.
No, they just said that's Yokohama.
That's not Odaiba?
No.
Yeah, it was Yokohama.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah.
See, yeah, Yokohama.
Was that the Ferris wheel we saw? Not Ferris wheel. Yeah, it's a Ferris wheel, right? The big.
Yeah.
Was that the one we saw further up then?
Oh no!
It's like 2 hours away from Tokyo.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, so probably not.
okay. So then I need to rethink my life.
There is more than one Ferris
They
wheel.
just do like some like glancing blows there.
Yeah.
They're just like jousting.
It's kind of badass they can do that though.
Oh, now she's being chased.
And of course, Batra gets like cool lasers.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, he had those even as a larva.
Does she have like a projectile?
No, she just
Not in
has.
this
Well, she has
one.
her like her webbing or her.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't.
Useless.
I know in one of them, I think it was what, Final Wars or something. They gave her like the weird like spiky things that she like. Something
No,
like
she,
that.
she when she's dying, she can like her wings will start coming apart and it'll like burn things. Yep.
I love this guy. What could possibly stop it? I don't know. Birds.
Hey, we're gonna get to try the bird call thing again.
I think I'm beginning to think of why they don't do the birds anymore. It's like, really? Birds? Birds are gonna trap them?
Yeah, well, they did though, so it's like keep doing that. Unless it's maybe Godzilla's like, fool me once, shame
Well, it's
on
just
me.
one of those things. Is like, is the audience really buying that?
Well, again, even though these films are in continuity with 84, I think it worked. I think it worked at 84 because that movie was about as grounded in reality as you could make a Godzilla movie. Where by this point,
cool.
we're already introducing more of kind of fantastical elements. This is done so
Yeah.
I
well.
love how Batra's like got freaking lights in him too. So cool.
Batra's a really cool design.
I know.
Like, I'd like to see a return of Batra.
Right?
There's a lot of kaiju from the Heisei era I would like to see them make a comeback.
It's very unclear as what Mothra's plan is right now. I think she could at least lure him away from the city.
She usually has more of a passive-aggressive approach. Which isn't really working out so well for her.
Nah.
Although she always dies and gets reborn, she's
Alright, fly back into the city.
But again, it's crazy to think this is a big toy set they build. Look how detailed it is. That's so cool when you think about it, like how they had to build all this stuff now. Or like, because again, if you even look at
Caught on fire.
because even in Shin, like the shots of him like in the city were like real shots of like Tokyo, and then they kind of imposed. Oh, it's a cool shot. Where they imposed then Godzilla and other elements into the real frame. But here, they had to build all of this. So if there's a scene where they're in a part of Japan where they're actually fighting, well, they have to create that whole environment.
And I think it's cool too because obviously when they do it, it's really you can tell when they made the movie based on what it looks like.
Yeah.
And they kept it current, obviously as they've gone.
Okay,
the
let's-
nighttime shots of Godzilla in this movie are very good.
Yeah. Well, this movie has some of my favorite like sequences with him. Because all this, look at that. It looks so good. And I love how, hey, let's go on top of a building and watch the fight. They always do that in these movies. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? You have your child with you. This is terrible parenting.
We've established he doesn't care about his children.
Yeah, but at least
Much
the
less
mom.
his ex-wife. Like, who cares about their ex-wife?
I know, right? If it was just her, he might just be like bringing up there for wishful thinking. You know,
go
like
out there and watch it, and then he pushes her.
no more alimony.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Better I can cash in on that life insurance.
Godzilla's just like, get your asses down here so I can beat you.
I know. That's a cool shot. The light hits him.
Oh.
It's like, what? No fair. I have the lasers.
Yeah, no, this whole like set here is done so well.
Yeah. Worst parents ever. Is that the building they're on?
Well,
I hope not.
Oh.
The fallen Godzilla.
yeah.
Goshia.
The poor actor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Again, people don't realize when you use like tokusatsu effects, like there's a lot of punishment on like the guys who
Also,
wear
the
these.
fact, like, how fucking big is that building?
Oh, I know.
So, I guess it's safe to land
I
now.
know, right? I think it's fine. I think we'll be okay here. Oh,
Oh no.
No. It sucks that he doesn't have arms that he can actually like grab him with. Oh, there he goes. Well, it's like he can't reach over his head, which sucks. It's like I'd like to see him like jump and like dunk him. Just like both hands.
Suplex.
boom.
Well, King Kong could do that.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's there. Like, King Kong is more of like an acrobatic like fighter. Godzilla is just like
Yeah.
a powerhouse. Godzilla just kind of walk at you, And eventually you're going to run out of breath and stop, and he's going to catch you, and then he's just going to break you. Godzilla doesn't need to be in a hurry to do anything. He's Godzilla. He'll get to you in his own goddamn sweet time.
I'm very interested to see how they're going to do that fight.
She's done with her break. She's ready to fight again.
I know. It's like a tag team match, like tag.
Oh, I
What?
forgot they did give her
Oh, she does
lasers.
have lasers. Yeah, I have not seen
They're
this in
like
so long.
I know, we
shoulder
haven't
mounted.
watched it in a while.
I know. I forgot she's got. Granted, this is the only movie where she has
lied
this.
to me.
I swear she's got some sort of like wing
she just shoot
spore
Godzilla
attack
there?
or something too.
Yeah.
Interesting. She's going to try to reason with her brother.
We must work together.
You must go and kill yourself
Oh.
so I don't have to. If you do not, I will kill you. So kill yourself.
Again, I love how they, and again, I love in movies like this too when they kind of give the monster characterization and give them a personality. Like I love here, it's like it's two family members. It's like.
Have some spores.
Well, and again, this is the kind of stuff you can do with Mothra because again, Mothra is always been established as like she feels and she cares. She's,
They're like, why is the box glowing? Righteous Mothra.
fight.
Oh, Batra's two people should be Bill and Ted.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, Righteous Mothra.
I know they didn't do it, but it would have been so great if they could like fuse together somehow and become one and been this cool like hybrid of Mothra and
That would
Mothra.
have been amazing.
Yeah.
And the twins that are not twins fuse.
Oh, that would have been. Well, unless what they could have done instead of having just the Mothra twins, each Mothra
Yeah.
has a girl
Mm-hmm.
who represents light, and then Batra has a girl that represents dark.
That would have
Yeah.
been cool.
And it should just be, and it should be the same person, but just,
Yeah, like, and then at the end when they Mothra and Batra join forces, then it's when you see the two girls together.
To get
Yeah.
a hold of Toho and be like, listen, guys, your new Mothra movie.
Or write some sweet ass fan fiction.
Mhm.
But that would have been a really, real cool. That way they have like the twins by the end of it, like together.
Yeah.
But it kind of does. Yeah, that would have been cool actually. I still want the Batra girl to be like in leather and black lipstick, but yeah.
Right?
So I really thought this was going to end up with Godzilla and Mothra fighting Batra, but
And again, when I first watched, I was thinking the same thing. But I like how this movie kind of
it's
plays
just
against.
now we're going to gang up on Godzilla.
To be fair, though, that's the only way either
Yeah.
one of them stand a chance.
Yeah.
And I like that too, just because Godzilla's like.
That's
She
what
had some sort of
Mothra did. She was like, "Look, Batra, I know we've had our differences,
But we're gonna
past millennia,
fucking die. if
but
we
this
don't
thing
team up."
just swam up a fucking lava stream. Who does that? We gotta kill it, or we're gonna die."
Well, some things I've always liked about how they treat Godzilla in these movies, even when he's the bad guy, they still establish like, yeah, just because he's bad doesn't mean he's weak. Like, no, the reality is he's super powerful and.
The humans are gonna pimp out my psychic mini chicks, and they're gonna cut me in. I can cut you in, but we got
Ooh.
we gotta take Godzilla out.
I love how Godzilla in the Heisei films, he's got like this cool pulse now.
Oh.
Well, do we really feel bad? Okay, she took on artillery fire from like the Navy and like the ground self-defense force. I don't think a Ferris wheel is going to defeat her. I think she's going to be okay from
It's
that.
definitely not since
Oh.
Batra.
You
I am
do
good.
care.
I'm good now.
I did it for you, little girl.
See, Batra's like the cool like anti-hero.
I know, right?
Yeah, he's the hero that Japan deserves.
He's like, oh hell no.
I love. Yeah, I think this actually is my favorite like Godzilla in the high. Well, I mean, I like '84, but I love the way he's shot in this film.
Yeah.
Who knew? It turns out that Godzilla is actually Palpatine. Mothra is Luke Skywalker. And Batra
Who's
is
Batra?
Vader.
Wow. This movie
Yeah.
got a lot of layers. Yeah, no, I think this is like the best use of sets in like the Heisei era because it's like A, they look fantastic, and B, it's like Godzilla's just like really like struck. He's like, I'm so gonna fucking kill you.
It's like, bring it on.
Again, I love. Again, I love
Smacks it with a bear.
I know. That's why I love kaiju. I love the scopes of the fight. Like, there's a giant moth that just picked up a Ferris wheel and threw it into a giant radioactive dinosaur.
Hopefully
Like,
there was nobody in there. In the little...
like,
Well, it's like a net. No, is that the same Ferris wheel that Light Yagami jumped off?
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, they're not in Seattle. My turn.
Tag team.
well, again, I like how they're doing it. I like how they're.
Are we
again-
tag teaming in?
Well, yeah, well, because again, they're brute force wise, they can't beat him. So I like how they. I also like too. That's the thing. Godzilla's so strong and so powerful that it forces his adversaries to be creative.
Ow.
Yeah.
They need to get out of there.
Like, when it's down, guys, it's like, fuck you, and fuck you.
It's just so funny because Mothra, every time they do that effect, she fucking catches on fire a little bit because of the fur they put on the suit.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, happy accidents.
See, with these buildings falling down, Godzilla just inadvertently knocking down with his atomic breath, and they're just still watching from their building.
Well, that's my point.
Well, there's no way he'll take this one out.
Again, he really shouldn't. They really shouldn't be there.
No.
Like, isn't this whole zone
They put,
evacuated
like, sexy
anyway?
girls poster right there. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. Gotta have a sexy girls poster in a Godzilla movie.
I know, right?
Godzilla versus
What?
Megalon established that.
Now she's just like raining down lightning from her wings.
Like,
Yeah,
this is
she's
so.
reflecting
Oh, and it
the
like
attack
combos with Batra's attacks.
I know. Again, this is such an epic fight. Like,
How can people not like this movie? That's
Oh,
what
they're creating like a lightning prison.
I mean, it's one of the reasons why, you know, even though story-wise I don't like Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, like, the fight scenes are really good, but to me the fight scenes in this film are even more
Yeah.
epic. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
That's crazy.
like, the best way they can fight Godzilla is just to overwhelm him. Like,
Mhm. Well, and again, she was reflecting his attacks. That's why the attack from Batra is reflecting into that.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's clever. I
Yeah,
like how
it's
they're
smart.
being creative. Because, again, in terms of just brute force, Godzilla should be able to just tear them apart. You know, but again, they're using their own, you know.
Ooh, did it stop his heart? Cardiac arrest. It was cardiac arrest that killed the bees.
They, like, high-five with their wings.
I know, right?
Excellent!
Yeah. Oh, well, that would be Wayne's World.
We get Wayne and Garth on top of each one of them. So, no, I like...
wonder what they're saying.
Sharp
guy's-
old man.
This guy's really late to the party in terms of everything.
Now let's destroy humanity.
Ow.
Oh, my face.
Oh, that sound.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
So I love
Well,
when...
he inadvertently saved Godzilla's life. It was shocking him.
Mustard.
Some of that honey Dijon up in there.
No.
It's so
Batra.
juicy. I hate it.
See, that's the thing, though. That's
She's going for the tail.
tail, yeah.
Tail. You gotta control the tail. It's the first step to defeating Godzilla.
But you see, that's the problem. Is like at some point, if they get close, ooh,
Oh, right into the wound.
if they get close to Godzilla, that's what they get him. That's the thing. Their only way of fighting him is to just basically keep their distance. But the second they have to go in, it's like they just realize just how outmatched they are.
Godzilla was nice enough to cauterize the wound though with his atomic.
I know, right? I don't want to kill you. I
Yeah.
just want to kind of ruin your day a little bit.
You're not dying yet. They've lifted him, right?
Yeah. I don't know if people wonder too, like how
keeping
strong.
him stunned. How do they coordinate their like turning? I feel like that'd be really difficult.
Well, they are psychic, right? So I'm sure they can kind of communicate on that level.
This guy.
Yes, it would be a problem if they weren't psychic.
Actually, they're psychic, so they can communicate with their minds, so clearly they can coordinate with one another. Good, Chris.
Lord.
I may be racist, but I'm not stupid. We survived being on the one building that they didn't that wasn't the blast zone that didn't get destroyed.
Accidentally drops her. Like,
He's like, can you not ooze
oh,
on
now,
Godzilla's like-
now Godzilla's gonna like drown in blood in midair. Botcher's gonna pass out from the blood loss and they're gonna crash.
Oh,
Ouch.
it's just so brutal. It's like, god damn. But then look at Botcha taking like a champ though. Like he's.
I know.
Yeah. He's the man. Oh. Uh-oh.
But it's kind of like I love how in the end Botcha became like he's noble and he like self-sacrificed himself. That's cool.
Did he self-sacrifice himself?
Yeah.
Or did Mothra kill him?
Mothra was like, ha, fuck you.
Yeah.
Even though I think
I
we've
think Mothra planned this from the beginning. She tricked him into...
I like how that's kind of cool. Like she's kind of like marking Botcha's grave. I think that's kind of sweet.
Is it gonna...
Because ultimately, it's not going to kill
Well,
Godzilla
no,
because
isn't she sealing him? Because they said that's how she sealed Botcha in the beginning.
I
I think
guess.
that's what it's supposed to be. She's
Yeah,
sealing
but Botcha's like a good guy now.
Well, yeah.
But that's the thing, though.
Momentarily.
That's part of the self-sacrifice.
I
is that-
guess because ultimately, it's like what's it? They dropped Godzilla in the water.
Yeah,
What's that going to
Botcha.
do? Like Godzilla can breathe underwater, so
Well,
Well,
she
so
sealed him.
well until the next movie.
No way.
Yeah. She bought some time.
And then...
And this is a callback to the actually original Mothra film, where when they gave back to twins, Mothra was on the big like landing strip.
Oh,
And again-
wait. That meteorite's still coming?
Guess so.
Again, I always like how Mothra is consciously protecting humanity. That's always been an interesting thing because even when kaiju are bad, they're not bad specifically to people. It's like really, I like how Mothra is very much aware of the human race and is actively protecting us. Again, I love how Mothra is just there waiting for, again, she's aware of us, and it's just so strange because usually in kaiju films, again, they're so
Mothra's
indifferent.
not really protecting us, though. She's protecting the Earth, the living organism that is Earth.
This is true, but it definitely
And
benefits
just by
us.
extension, us.
You
Yeah.
In
guys
some
could
cases.
fly the whole time?
Well, we're actually not real. You fly right into Mothra's consciousness.
I always thought that would have been kind of cool if they did that. They kind of like, you see them kind of just recede back and vanish into and you, yeah, like they,
Like that.
Yeah. but like kind of just pull away as.
Yeah.
I actually, honestly, what I think would be a great twist is if like you find out like the twins were actually never there or real. They were actually Mothra the whole time. So
Well, I
every time
think
we're
they are, right?
well, they're kind of extensions of her, but I think make it more literal. Like, no,
Yeah.
they are her. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of like Mothra's like psychic kind of avatar, if you will. So when we're talking to the twins.
I've taken a form that humanity will accept.
Well, yeah, that would actually be kind of cool. But it maybe reveal that at the end, like, because maybe realize, like, oh, they might be too freaked out. They realize they're talking to a giant moth. So she kind of, like, looks like, oh, you're talking to two little twin fairies. That's better, right? And then, surprise, surprise, it was her. Like,
People tend to lose their shit when they find out they're talking to a moth.
If.
yeah. Well, again, this movie is very much meant to be, like, kind of a cautionary environmental story, which is cool.
Please remember what Mothra did for you and the planet.
You ungrateful sons of bitches.
Yeah.
No, again, I always like these films of Mothra because it seems like her kind of stories become more and more socially relevant as the years go on. Every time I watch Mothra now, I'm like, it's hitting a little closer to home than I would like. Another 10 years, we're literally going to need a giant moth to like save us from something.
I like how Mothra gave him all time to change, to see her off.
I know, right? Mothra's considerate.
I know.
I always kind of feel like
You're gonna have to save the world to pay for you're splitting us up.
Oh my god.
I just kind of felt like the shot here, the little girl, is kind of meant to be maybe like a reflection of the future, because as a child, she would kind of be like,
Yeah, it's all on you.
yep.
I wish they had made her fly by Bylante.
Yeah, they never called. This would have been a perfect
I
like
know.
moment to like
Yeah.
see the rose there, like further kind of establishing the continuity. Like, I would have loved. Yeah, I don't
Then
know
again, why couldn't Bylante have saved the planet?
Right,
From the
that'd be
meteor.
great. Mothra gets up here, and Bylante's just like,
I
no
got
need,
this.
I got it already. Oh, thanks, Bylante. No problem, girl. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. See, stuff like this, I would love to see. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to kind of really use Mothra as like a jumping out point to have more like fantastical elements, because again, that's what she's good for. Like, that's how the Godzilla franchise actually started introducing those kinds of things. But love me some Mothra,
Me too.
because we have legit credits now. We gotta talk about some stuff.
How dare they give us
Characters
actual
and incidents
credits.
portrayed in the names here. Oh, they're fictitious. These are fictitious characters and names.
Well, that's good to know.
I like how it says motion picture photo play. So fancy.
But no, I love this movie. Really enjoy
It's
it.
so good.
I know.
It was a good one.
But anyway, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Bye bye.
Peace.